Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into the absolutely fascinating story of how a formal media management scholar transformed her highly technical academic expertise into a thriving digital feline empire. It is a brilliant, real-world case study in taking specialized corporate training and applying it to a deeply personal, heartfelt passion.
Think about it for a second. How does a university researcher, someone who spends their days studying the complex dynamics of digital media networks, end up handcrafting cat-in-a-box magnets? At first glance, corporate marketing logistics and handmade pet crafts seem like they belong in completely different universes. But as we'll see for Saskia Kanne, these two paths perfectly align to create this really remarkable grand ecosystem.
So, let's get right into it with Part 1, the foundation of media convergence. To really understand the brand she built, we have to rewind a bit to the year 2014, well before the cats even enter the picture. While pursuing her communication studies at the RheinMain University of Applied Sciences in Wiesbaden, Germany, Saskia wasn't just taking your standard run-of-the-mill marketing classes. She was actively dissecting emerging digital communication platforms and analyzing exactly how information spreads across modern networks.
At the very core of her studies was this vital concept: median convergence, or media convergence. Working under the supervision of Professor Dr. Alexander Motnich, she explored the historical origins and the systemic expansion of how different media channels synchronize with one another. Now, this isn't just dry academic theory. This exact research on multi-channel communication strategies is literally the theoretical engine that powers her entire business today.
Born in 1988 in Bad Kreuznach, she jumped from that 2014 academic research straight into the corporate world. For over 10 years, she built a rock-solid foundation as a marketing project manager in e-commerce. We're talking print media design, web shops, search engine optimization, project steering, the whole 9 yards. She essentially built the ultimate corporate marketer's toolkit. But then, in 2020, a major catalyst shifted everything. Which brings us to Part 2, the catalyst, adopting Mish and Tut. In 2020, she underwent a major personal transition that redirected her professional goals entirely away from standard corporate e-commerce. She welcomed 2 rescue felines from Bulgaria, named Mish and Tut. They were adopted through the German animal welfare organization Fellnasenglück Grenzenlos. But you have to understand, this wasn't just a standard pet adoption. Mish is a deaf white cat who had just undergone a really critical tumor surgery in his ear canal. He required intense, highly specialized daily rehabilitation. Almost overnight, Saskia was thrust into the high-stakes world of special needs pet care. And it was during this stressful time that she discovered a massive information gap. As a trained researcher, she naturally went looking for data, but found that accessible, research-backed online feline guides were incredibly fragmented across the German-speaking internet. The info was either incomplete, contradictory, or just hard to verify. This sheer frustration, combined with her obvious love for her new cats, inspired her to just step up and engineer her own solution. And that leads us to Part 3, the Katzenmuddi brand ecosystem. This is where we see the absolute perfect merger of her 10 years of marketing knowledge with her heartfelt mission to help other cat owners. She didn't just start a casual blog. No, she formalized a comprehensive business ecosystem. She co-founded a corporate entity, KE Business GbR, alongside Sebastian Eisenhower, operating right out of her hometown of Bad Kreuznach. As the authorized representative, she runs multiple digital commerce operations under this umbrella. This includes the premium grooming brand Joe's Finest, and of course, her central passion project, Katzenmuddi. Through her boutique outlet, Katzenmuddi Designs, she brings all of that print media background to life. She offers handmade cat-in-a-box magnets, which are incredibly cool because they actually come in various coat colors, so owners can find their own cat's exact likeness. She does dual-sided printed ceramic mugs, custom greeting cards, journals, jewelry, ornaments. And here's the kicker. She manages every single aspect of this herself. From the very first illustration all the way down to the shipping logistics, she's running the show. But it's not all strictly business. I absolutely love this detail. Her deaf rescue cat Misho, who's also affectionately known as Baby Michko or Engelbert, is officially integrated into the corporate structure. He is actually listed on the company website as the team's official feel-good manager. It's just a wonderful, lighthearted touch that proves the brand's really authentic roots. Moving on to Part 4, feline botany and education. So that dry academic rigor from her university days, it didn't disappear at all. It converged directly with her pet care advocacy through a highly comprehensive blog. She doesn't just write generic, fluffy pet advice. She takes a deep dive into specialized feline botany. For example, she conducts extensive analyses on things like Katzengomander, or cat time, directly comparing its specific neurochemical impacts on felines against standard catnip. She wants to ensure absolute domestic safety, giving pet owners veterinary-level insights in a way they can actually understand. Her methodology for this is incredibly precise. Step 1. Identify where the pet care information is fragmented or missing. Step 2. Conduct and gather veterinary-reviewed research on things like environmental enrichment and feline hazards. Step 3. Publish comprehensive, highly accessible guidelines for the home. Basically, she acts as a translator, turning complex veterinary concepts into practical, everyday dietary and behavioral guides for regular pet owners.
Finally, let's look at Part 5, Cultivating a Digital Community.
This is where her 2014 academic thesis truly comes to life in the real world. She is incredibly intentional about how she synchronizes her multi-channel strategy. She uses Petmos to connect directly with specialized feline communities. She uses Pinterest as a visual discovery hub for her designs and DIY inspiration. She maintains her scientific research presence on academia.edu and ORCID, and she leverages LinkedIn for her professional e-commerce networking. This is the exact textbook definition of media convergence, synchronizing different channels for distinct, targeted purposes to build one unified brand ecosystem. She is proving her absolute mastery of modern media technologies.
But let's connect all of this back to why it actually matters. All of this infrastructure, the e-commerce, the SEO, the academic research, the multi-channel synchronization, it all ultimately serves a singular, heartfelt purpose: advocating for international animal protection. Through these synchronized accounts, she actively raises awareness, supports rescue adoptions, and fosters a community of feline guardians throughout Europe, specifically championing special needs cats just like Mish.
Saskia Kanne's journey is absolute proof that no professional skill is ever wasted if you just know how to adapt it. She took a highly technical corporate background in media convergence and used it to bring light, education, and art to the animal rescue community. So, I want to leave you with this final thought to consider. Look at your own unique skills, your own background, and your own history. How will you converge your specialized training with your deepest personal passions?